You generate one strong image. The colors work. The lighting feels premium. The composition looks campaign ready. Then you create the next asset, and it looks like it came from a completely different brand. Different colors, different materials, different lighting, different mood. The images may look good individually, but together they do not feel like a campaign. That is the difference between generating visuals and building a brand world. So today I will show you how to create a consistent AI brand world inside getimg. One visual direction, multiple assets, different formats, the same recognizable identity. Before generating images, define what the brand should feel like, not only what it should look like. For example, I am creating a futuristic skincare brand. The direction should feel clean, technical, premium, calm, and slightly experimental. This gives every creative decision a purpose. The colors, materials, and lighting should support the same feeling. Without that direction, it is easy to generate random images that look impressive but do not belong together. A brand word needs one clear idea. Next, I create a small set of visual rules. For this campaign, I choose cobalt blue, silver, soft white, and frosted glass. Also brushed metal, clean studio lighting, and minimal architecture. These elements become the visual language of the brand. I do not need to use all of them in every image, but every asset should include enough of them to feel connected. The palette stays controlled. The materials remain recognizable. The lighting follows the same logic. Consistency comes from repeating decisions, not from repeating the same image. The first image should define the entire world. I start with the main product inside a clean futuristic studio. The packaging is clear. The lighting creates soft reflections. The background includes silver and frosted glass surfaces. There is enough negative space for a campaign test. A prompt could include a premium futuristic skincare campaign, cobalt blue product packaging, frosted glass and brushed metal surfaces, soft white studio lighting, minimal composition and clear space for copy. This becomes the hero visual. It sets the color palette, the materials, the lighting, and the level of visual complexity. Before creating more assets, I make sure this direction is strong enough to develop. The first good image is not the final campaign, it is the foundation. A brand word does not work if the product changes in every image. The packaging shape should stay the same. The label should remain readable. The colors should not shift, and the proportions should feel consistent. Inside getimg, I use the strongest product image as a reference. Then I change the environment, framing or format around it. The product stays fixed. The campaign expands. Do not ask the model to redesign the packaging every time you need a new asset. Start with the version that already works. Then build around it. Now I can expand the campaign. The first image is a clear studio hero shot. The second shows the product on a reflective bathroom surface. The third place is next to water droplets and translucent materials. The fourth introduced a model using the product. The locations change, the compositions change, but the visual rules remain stable. The same cobalt blue, the same metallic details, the same soft white lighting, the same clean technical mood. This creates variety without losing identity. A consistent brand word should feel flexible, not repetitive. A campaign also needs smaller assets: close-ups of the packaging, texture shots, material details, crops of the product label, a model's hand holding the product, abstract images using the campaign colors. These supporting visuals are useful for social carousels, website sections, stories, reel covers, ads, and campaign teasers. They do not all need to show the full product, but they should feel like part of the same system. A close-up of blue liquid inside frosted glass can support the campaign without repeating the hero image. Camera decision is also part of brand word. If one image uses clean product photography and the next uses an extreme fish eye lens, they may feel disconnected. For this campaign, I keep the camera language controlled. Product level perspective, clean framing, soft depth of field, occasional close-ups, minimal distortion. For a louder fashion or streetwear brand, I could use wide angles, low perspectives, and more dynamic cropping. The right camera style depends on the brand. The important thing is to choose it internationally and repeat across every campaign. Now I turn the direction into usable assets. The hero visual becomes a wide website banner. The model portrait becomes a vertical social ad. The product close-up becomes a square post. The texture image becomes a story background. The composition changes for each format. The brand word does not. For a wide banner, I place the product on site and leave space for text. For vertical reel cover, I create more space above and below the subject. For square post, I use tighter composition. Do not simplify crop one image into every format. Rebuild the composition while keeping the same visual direction. Once the static campaign works, I animate selected assets. The hero product can use a slow orbit. Light travels across the packaging. Water droplets move slightly. The model shot can use a controlled pushing. The character makes one small movement. The background stays stable. Motion should feel like an extension of the campaign, not a separate creative idea. One camera move, one subject action, one controlled lighting change. That is usually enough. Before finishing, I place all the assets together. Do they use the same palette? Do the materials feel connected? Does the lighting belong to the same word? Is the product still accurate? Do the images feel varied without becoming random? If one asset looks completely different, I do not redesign the whole campaign. I edit that asset, adjust the color, change the background. You can refine the lighting or remove the element that does not belong. Edit the outlier, keep the system. We started with one visual direction. Now it has become a hero image, a product ad, a model campaign, a website banner, social carousel, detailed shots, vertical content, and short motion teaser. Every asset has a different purpose, but they all belong to the same brand word. Start with one clear idea. Define the palette, materials, lighting, and camera style. Create the hero visual. Then expand the direction without changing the rules that make it recognizable. Because a brand is not built from one beautiful image. It is built when every image feels like part of the same story. Tell me in the comments what kind of brand word you want to create. Leave a like if you like this workflow and was useful, and subscribe for more practical creative workflows with getimg. See you in the next video.